To forget last week. You remember that was the tough series against Optic where they were up, I think, 5-1 in S&D.
Yeah, and they lose it.
They end up getting rolled, lose that 1-6-5. So looking to get back on the board here now. You do see Vicento going to come in, take out the Vesper. Now you got another series where overclock's going to go.
Maybe a trend.
I think so.
To come in. I mean, now you're going to see the MR6 go. You got to get rid of that for Nagafen. Aqua's going to get rid of Tac Mask, so that's huge. You expect the now Luminosity has to go for flashes, and then let's see if the guys on Elevate elect to protect one of the others. Let's say concussions. That's obviously the only one left.
Yeah, I imagine that'll go. MR6 again, not shocked. That one's going to go pretty much any time you have Elevate playing. Nagafen, an absolute monster. You're going to see Kinetic go. You
Which
still
pretty much almost forces Space Lead to get rid of concussions. As you see, Nagafen's going to get rid of Rapid Fire.
Do they
or they could play with stuns in.
Well, you still have High Caliber in too.
Right.
Not that this is an AR-heavy map, but you still think that's something you might want to get rid of?
Well, what would you rather be gone, the stuns or the High Caliber?
In this map, probably stuns?
Probably stuns.
Yeah.
For me, I would rather probably play without the stuns, and seems like Space Lead's going to be deciding
that's
this
probably
one
the
down
exact
to the
conversation
wire.
that's happening right now. High Caliber stuns. You're going to see stuns going to go out.
Yeah, I agree with that decision as well.
Sure.
So now going to head over to the Specialist draft, Maven. Don't expect to see anything crazy. You're obviously no Kinetic in this game. You're going to see Heatwave come out by John first. Vicento still taking his time. He's going to go Annihilator. So Annihilator on evac, a little bit of a different choice. I think because of how close quarter the map is, you'd rather have something like a Purifier. But the Annihilator, a very good specialist weapon to use.
All right, picks keep coming in. We're going to see a Scythe. You'll probably see that for either side. Saint's going to go active camo now. I'm trying to think if we saw anything today on this map from a specialist perspective that's really, really been a difference maker. I know we saw some big plays with the Scythe. Purifier didn't have too much of an impact. I mean, a couple kills here and there. I don't know. This map seems to play so fast. It's so up close and personal. We haven't seen anyone really go on a spree with one of the, whether it's the Scythe or the Purifier, Annihilator. We haven't seen really
something we haven't seen really much at all. You have Annihilator, Purifier, and Scythe from the guys over on Elevate. You have 3 weapons. When I can't remember the last time we casted a series where we had 3 weapons.
I think it happened one time last week, like one
Maybe
map.
once.
It's very, very rare. So what do you? Let's talk about the trade-off right now. There's no overclock too, so you got to think for Annihilator, Scythe, and Purifier. You're talking about a pretty solid amount of time to get those up.
Potentially twice a game, maybe once.
Yeah, but I would hope at least twice. But
you'd hope at least twice.
If you get it once, you're struggling, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then what do you give up though? So let's look at both sides of this. You're really missing out on active camo, and you're taking a Annihilator is kind of the big difference, right? So
I'd rather have camo.
I think so too, especially that camo player. Let's say Aqua doesn't have the best game. He only gets like 1 Scythe. Like that camo could be popped to knock out that Scythe, and you just wasted.
It's useless.
Your weapon's been useless the entire game.
I think you needed a camo. I think the Annihilator was probably the one to get rid of. I think just from a standpoint that the Scythe is great on every map, right? You can always find a use for a Scythe. Yeah. I think the Purifier really excels in this one.
Yeah.
I don't think this is like Fringe. I like the Annihilator. Like the longer range sight lines, I like the Annihilator. I'm not a fan of the Annihilator.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, Twitter, I loved all your guys' feedback on the last series. I know that was certainly one that was back and forth, but I'd like to know, what player do you think is going to have the biggest impact on this series? Use the hashtag CWLPS4. You know, you can tweet it, whoever you'd like. COD World League.
I think you got some good choices.
Matt Mr. S. Nagafen's my pick for sure.
You got Saints, you got John, Nagafen. I think Aqua's a good choice. Vicento.
If I had to pick one from either side, I'm going Nagafen and Saints will be my 2.
And don't discredit John. I think John has potential to have really good games.
Well, John, I mean, remember that hot start he had in S&D against Optic. I think he started out like 9-1, or he had some crazy start against them. I know he struggled over the finish, but I mean, he's clearly a player. It doesn't matter who he's going up against. He can hang with anyone.
Oh, when his shot is on, I mean, he can take down anybody. I think he's just phenomenal. And you have evac hardpoint's going to be a 250 score limit, 5-minute time limit. Respawn's going to be disabled, so no respawn time. When one team is in control of the hill, obviously the overall game clock not going to run. So obviously when it's contested, the clock going to run down. When nobody's in it, the clock's going to run down on that 5-minute time limit.
All right, here we go. kicking things off, I talked about Nagafen, so I've got to go with him, right? Let's take a look at the class. He's going to have flak. You know, overclock being taken out. It's going to lead to a lot more flak use, I would think. He's going to take the low route. Let's see him hop in. Can he find one? Bit of a whirlwind there with the aim and not able to pick one up. Switching over to your AR player, which is Facento. Facento's killing everything, including his teammate. Aqua.
Yeah, it's not how you want to start that one off, and you see replays and Saints getting control of the hill for this Luminosity team. And man, it's actually the first time I'm casting Luminosity, guys. So you casted them already, I believe. What, one match of theirs?
It was them versus Optic. Yeah. So unfortunately for them,
what did you see from them that you liked?
That I actually really liked. I mean, for the most part,
I've seen a few of their games. I have not casted.
It was their S&D gameplay, which was really impressive. And you've talked a lot about John, but John was the player I was probably most impressed with. Just on a player-by-player basis, I thought he was the one coming up clutch the most. He was the one kind of leading that slang as well. So he's the one, I think, if they're going to take this series off of Elevate, I got my eyes on him.
And then replays, is he going to be running their main AR? Got this guy in the past. We've seen a lot of work around the OBJ. Seems like it's going to be John in
okay.
the
All right.
that's everybody down for Elevate.
Yeah, I tried to get some POV with Elevate.
Yeah,
as
it
the
seems
entire
like
team dropped.
John and Spacely going to be the two aggressive SMGs for this team. Then Saints, obviously a player who can transition between AR or SMG.
Well, the pinch is on. Let's take a look as they try to go in. You see 40 seconds left here on the second hard point. Everyone trying to break in. It's an early lead for Luminosity. So despite the fact that Vicento's 5-3, Ivakwa 7-4, both having pretty good starts.
John is 125 off a lightning.
Well, let's check out John then. He's dodging a Semtex. He has one flight through, gets one. There's another one to his left. If he wins this, he gets the assist too.
Just does an excellent job of staying alive.
5 more. If that was just a bit more of an assist, he would have picked up the Hellstorm as well, but he should be good to get it. He needs one bullet in that player, and he gets it as well. If he falls short of this Hellstorm, I'll feel so bad for this guy.
Well, may elect to use one of his streaks here as you see his team's not going to rotate early. Saint's going to pick up an HC as well. So the guys on Luminosity starting this one a lot like Optic Gaming did, right? When they started to accumulate all those streaks and abilities and things just started to spiral out of control.
This should give him his 25 to get towards his Hellstorm as long as he gets the kill. So that will give him his Hellstorm. Wise choice to use that. Give yourself an easy kill.
Saints pops the camo in front of them, and all four are over in the hill for Luminosity. They're able to get it.
They're set up very nicely. Now you can see them kind of coming in. They're trying to pinch from both angles here. Let's see if it is successful. They do shut down an HC car, but the pinch is on. Here they come. Let's check it from Aqua's POV. As he tries to get forward, he's going to get cut down. Another player is going to drop there from Elevate, and it's going to be still Luminosity holding control, and they've got a significant lead here.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job just controlling the spawns. I mean, they're not letting Elevate getting all the way to the back. Nagafin comes in, picks up 2, but the rest of his teammates not able to pick up any kills, and Elevate just not winning any of those gunfights close to the hill. John just having a great start with Saints. We talked about how good those two can be as a Slayer combination.
It's like a 3v1 here on the flush.
Yeah, I mean, Elevate just playing for that garbage time, and Luminosity able to win these fights over here at this next hard point. And it's going to be in control of Luminosity early. This is one that looks like it could be getting out of hand for Elevate.
They're looking good early. I'm going to stick with John. He's still got these streaks. He's holding the hard point right now. Now, who's going to be holding? You get Spacely, kind of holding the right side of the hard point here. He's set up in a good position to get a player from behind as soon as he comes across his screen. This should be one. He wasn't ready for that whatsoever. Nice positioning from Spacely. John, you can see on the minimap, he's going to be flying in, trying to push. He's going to be taken out the last second there. He still has those streaks to use, Matt.
Oh, he doesn't have to use them at all right now. I mean, they're up 116 to 40, and this is a hard point where you're not going to really utilize these streaks. You're going to save it for that next rotation, probably that third hill. That's when you're really going to start to see those streaks come into play.
All right, well, let's watch Saints for a bit here. He's leading all Slayers right now. He's 16 and 11, make it 17. He's got his camo. He's going to pop it, too. This should be another. What a play from Saints. Picks up all 3.
You see why this guy, I mean, just watch him play.
He makes it look so smooth, man.
Yeah, he is one of the most talented players I think we have overall in terms of gun skill and just natural talent in the slaying department. You watch this guy play, he makes stuff like that look easy.
Oh, he really
did. How many players do you see make those movements look easy? And just look at the shots.
Remy just got destroyed.
Absolutely destroys him. He's weak. He's going to challenge another player, puts 2 bursts, so I'm not able to take him out. But, oh, yeah.
Actually, I think I saw a Purifier.
Yeah.
Nope, it's cooking time. Nope. And unfortunately, you're going to take a car to the face there. You're trying to get going, but
you talk about just aim, just raw aim. I mean, Saints one of the best that we have. He's just a pleasure to watch.
I want to see if Replay is going to pick up a couple more with his scythe. He doesn't get it. He runs out and almost still picks up a kill.
And this is a series, Maven. I'm sorry, but
no, go ahead.
You would expect Saints to like dominate a series like this, right? Like, we've seen what he's done in the past, like against the top, like Slayers and whatnot. in Elevate's a team that kind of relies on teamwork. You expect Saints and even a guy like John to really go off game by game in this laning department against this team.
What do you think about Replays right now taking this roundabout route? What's the advantage here for him?
Oh, I mean, it's just a different route trying to get to that anchor position.
It did not work out well because there was a scythe from Envoy in the back. And I want to check out, can he get anything more with that? He's going to kill. That's the second. So HC cars, you want to know why they're so effective? They've taken out both scythe players from either side.
And right there, we saw the Annihilator pulled out, and he gets shot in the back. So nothing with the Annihilator. We talked about that pregame.
Oh, man.
And you see the HC cars just coming in hot from inside of Luminosity, and they are just pushing out this Elevate team whenever they get control of the hill. And this is a dominant performance from a team that they're explosive. I mean, Replays on a 4 streak now, make it 5. He's got to be pretty close. Not able to finish off that next kill, but he was getting closer towards streaks yet again, and you see just the aggression of yeah, Heatwave coming. The aggression of the guys on Luminosity. Elevate just can't seem to really control it.
I thought he was going to pop his camo there, but unfortunately he caught that Heatwave to the face. But let's rotate over now to this kind of corner hard point. This is one where your AR players can really go big. So I want to watch, actually, Vicento is going to be my guy, as he's been typically their stronger AR. He's going to run the M8, and we've seen him put up just monster numbers in hard point. This is a map where obviously it's going to be a little more difficult. But here he comes in. Can he grab one? He gets the assist. He's going to be taken up by AC pretty much immediately. That was Nagafin up top. He's got the HC. The HC may have been the difference maker in this game. I mean, don't get me wrong. Luminosity's been dominating, but from both sides, I think I've had more key kills coming from HC cars than anything. Just being so
both teams reluctant to use flak whatsoever. I mean, you haven't seen anyone use flak, and you see Nagafin actually picks up a lightning.
Why not?
At the end,
because you saw Overclock get banned. I think this is a game mode where you could certainly get flak involved. I mean, you don't have to worry about Overclock. Why not run that perk 1 green?
I 100% agree with you there. And you see 3 dead, 4 Elevate. Remy keeps it alive, picking up 2. Not able to pick up the last one, but Nagafin comes in with Vicento, helps him out a little bit. So this game starting to get a little bit closer, Maven. You see Elevate, they've broken the 100-point mark. Luminosity still with a pretty big lead. You expect them to be able to close this one out, but it does seem like over the last hill or so, Elevate's starting to come alive.
Nice Heatwave comes in. He's able to grab one before he's going to drop. Let's go to Saints, 29 and 20, been leading the way really throughout. He's on a 2 streak here, working towards that HC car. Look at this setup they have. It's just everyone within 10 feet of the hard point, it feels like. One gets cut down. Saints is so accurate with that VMP.
But the rest of his teammates drop behind him. And it's going to be
what looked like a really nice setup just got cracked in a matter of 5 seconds.
Oh, it was easily broken. I mean, Saints picks up 2, but I mean, the rest of his teammates just get obliterated by the time of Elevate right there. An unfortunate mantle right there out of Replays, and the Hill's still going to be in control of Elevate. So 15 seconds left on it. Going to use another HC. It's going to get taken out by an EMP. So now if Elevate can rotate towards this middle Maven, take some time there, this one could go down to the wire.
This really has potential to go to the wire. They're starting to bring it back. Saints, though, this camo could be huge. How he plays this, he's going to get the player off of the cover there, which is massive. Now he's going to call his HC. He has to, and he's going to get player right out back here. He should, unless they wait for it. Regardless, though, even if he doesn't get the kill, which I cannot believe he just killed Vicento with that one. But that
Nagafin with a 3-piece with the lightning, though. That's a huge lightning. Now John's going to answer with a Hellstorm of his own. He's going to connect on the player in the hill. And now John trying to push down. He's going to be able to get one as players pushing from both sides, not able to win that long-range gunfight. The hill going to be contested, Maven. 30 seconds left on it.
This isn't the big hard point. They did a good job. The reason they use those streaks is just to make sure, you don't want, if Luminosity gets like that 240 mark, you're in a lot of trouble. So they basically just made sure no points coming in for Luminosity. You keep them out. It's all going to come down to setting up to the second hard point on rotation here. Replay is going to be the first man in. He's coming down behind the steps, watching any kind of rotation coming from the previous hard point. But the guy that has the most pressure on him here is probably going to be Nagafin and Aquas. They're going to be set up here for Elevate. And if they can't hold this off, I mean, they're still trailing. Even though they come back in this one, they're still down, what, 60 or so points?
Yeah, it's still a pretty big lead for the guys on Luminosity. And now that they have control of this second hard point, they could potentially put this one away here.
He himself.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Nagafin trying to go up top. 2 players get taken out. John's going to pick up 2. Replays with 1. It's going to be Aqua, the last one alive for Elevate. He's going to try and go all the way around. He's got 1 player in front of him. He's going to take him out. They need to go now, though, Maven.
That's why I said it might be over. Like, it's such big kills there that they were able to really extend this lead, pick up a ton of time in this hard point. I know they still need 6 more points. It's never over with the new hard point rules. But, I mean, they did such a good job breaking this early.
And you have 2 players from Luminosity pushing in. You got 1 up top, 1 on the bottom. Nagafen able to win the one on the bottom. The guy up top not going to push, so they should be able to hold on to this last 20 seconds. So the heat wave's going to come in. It was John not able to connect with his, and Nagafen is very close to streaks here, Maven. They need to get control of this next hill early, though.
And it's going to be Remy over. Can he get the one in the back? He can't. They have to get to this one. And there's too many players trying to soak up this final time. He's got to go nuts with the scythe, and that should be it. You're going to have several players in for Luminosity. They just got to hold the final couple seconds here, and you've got a scythe to deal with coming from the front. That's going to be a closeout victory for Luminosity.
A hell of a comeback by Elevate, though.
Oh, yeah. It was a really valiant effort. I thought they did a good job streaking that central hard point. Really picking up big kills there to make sure they didn't kind of get to that scary point. We're at like 235, 240, and you know the game's just about iced. They did a good job, but really it was at the second hard point, the second rotation. Oh, so the first thing gone is going to be the frag grenade. All right.
Didn't see that one coming.
I did not either.
It's like we listed pretty much every piece of equipment and everything that possibly could happen outside of that. So maybe they know Elevate likes to have these weird nade spots or something where they don't want to deal with it over on the B side. So
could be.
Maybe they elect to get rid of nades in that.
Dude, it's that grenade from window I told you about that I saw on Reddit. It's crazy, man.
So we have an SVG Protect
from Elevate. Interesting.
Do you see a thermal ban out of Luminosity?
Or do you see an overkill? Oh.
Overkill Protect by Vicento.
I can't believe they didn't beat them to that and ban it right away. Like that, John should have had that ban pretty much immediately, you would think. Unless they're saying, hey, we can play the overkill too. Vesper is gonna go. All right, so my Vesper Protect theory went to.
Well, let's remember, Replays is actually a very good sniper as well. I definitely think Replay is one of the better snipers, more underrated sniper. And you're gonna see high caliber and rapid go. So we have all the tacticals. Well,
concussion will be the last one. Nagafen, go ahead and end it for us. Unless he decides to get cute. He just protects the MR6 for fun. No need to, but he might just do it. Should be concussions, I would think. Simtex instead. All right, so you have
stuns in.
So you still have stuns. You have basically no lethals that anyone's got to worry about. You do have overkill. You have the SVG of all the specialists. Anything could happen in a round right now, except for explosions.
Yes, except for
well, you still have HC car,
dart,
all that stuff. Who do you think? All right, from either side here, who do you think the overkill SVG Protect helps the most? I know what side it came from, but do you think it favors Luminosity?
I think Luminosity has some good snipers on theirs.
Replays, one of the best. I've seen Saint snipe.
I've seen John snipe as well. I think they'll probably only have one of them do it. I would say Replay is probably the best.
Well, you don't need to limit to one, though, when you have overkill. Like,
that's true.
You really don't have to. I imagine they probably will, but you don't really need to. You can have a couple people snipe if you want to.
Then you see a glitch come out and a Vision Pulse come out. Vision Pulse on the side of Elevate from Nagafen, and then Spacely with a glitch. So it looks like those are actually the only two different between the teams. I'm more of a fan of Vision Pulse. You know you're going to get glitch. It's a toss-up.
You know,
we talk about this a lot.
I know we do, but like the reason you talk about how awesome it can be, I mean, thinking about that in the top 5 plays you saw, the one where Tommy glitches and gets the ace, like stuff like that is just like, all right, well, everyone should use glitch. Every single player should be allowed to have it at the same time.
I think you can use glitch as like a bait for like a, let's say an A push, right? You get around that corner by the tree, you glitch back, and then a teammate just takes your spot, comes around the corner, kills that player, but I don't think it has, I mean, maybe you can do the same thing over B. I mean, theoretically you could, but I don't think it has much of an effect as it would over at A. And I think that is such a situational, like all the specialists are situational, but that is a like minute situation. Like that is a, you are taking that for the entire game to plan that one round, that one play. I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, and you have overclock in. I mean, maybe if you just use overclock with it and you use it a couple times to kind of do a bait and switch.
Even still, I mean, it's
I agree with you. Not as effective as a lot of other stuff.
Guarantee that it works.
Sure. There might be nobody there.
Right, there might be nobody there. I mean, it's not like the guy who sees the guy go by and glitches is going to come out and challenge right away. I mean, that guy could just kind of stay behind cover and you never actually get anything out of it. So I think it's a little bit of a risky play.
I think Vision Pulse is very effective in and around B too, just because there's so many different spots. Anytime there's a, I want to say a bomb site around a multi-layer building, whether it's Stronghold when you're talking about B, or sorry, A, or B here on this particular map, I think it's very effective just because there's so many little
And there's so
objects
many
and angles and floors. Just
And on Redwood, there's so many places to like get lost once you plant the bomb down, and like the defender has to go searching for you forever.
True.
Like when you get the bomb down at B, I mean, he can be in lab, he can be all the way wrapped through the back,
Yeah.
he can be over by bunker, he could be in the middle, he could be on top bridge, in the water. I mean,
Sure.
there's a million different spots to hide on this map once you get bombed down.
All right, let's kick it off. Game 2. We saw Luminosity. I mean, it ended up being a rather narrow victory, but they controlled that one for sure. They were up 100 plus for most of the game. Let's see if Elevate can manage to come back in this one. Who do you want to start off with? It looks like offense is going to be Luminosity. Let's actually see if anyone's sniping here. Okay, so we're going to have a sniper for John. All right, so John's going to be your sniper right now. Let's see if he's able to get eyes on really anyone here. Well, look at this. There's a 3-stack towards A. Oh, this is going to be crazy. They're going to push forward. They've already killed the player at A. That was Saints
Yeah,
just
but
getting
if you're
steamrolled.
Luminosity, you just take your 3 and push onto that B site.
Well, Remy's job is just to stay alive right now, and he gets the guy that might flank through. That's a real heads-up player by play by Remy. Good job. Elevate. 4-2 advantage.
Now both players from Luminosity just going to kind of sit on the bomb here, Maven.
Oh, they're terrified.
Yeah, they have no idea what's about to happen. Nagafin's going to pick up 1. You have John, the last player alive here for Luminosity, would be one of the craziest plays if he's able to convert this, and he's not going to be able to.
Not much he can do there, that's for sure. Who will end up getting the defuse? Looks like it may be Facento. We're just waiting on it. Oh, there he goes. Nope, nope. Yep.
At this point, somebody take it.
Yeah,
I mean,
please.
you got 10 seconds left.
Anyone can
Anyone
do this.
defuse the bomb. So,
Bomb defused.
Yeah, Facento makes sense. He's 2-0.
yep,
Good job.
going to be
He gets a nice
25
start.
away from
Do
the
it
car.
again and let's go home.
It's a good start for Elevate. I mean, just a fantastic play call, and this is what you expect out of Elevate. Like really, I don't want to say weird, but like different, and you get a really different S&D look when you play against Elevate. Always using something weird, always trying something different.
Switching operation ready point.
All right, well, here we go. Luminosity leading 1-0. Now, let's take a look. Who do we want to start off with? I'm going to go with Nog. Actually, let's go with Facento. You're right. You mentioned how close he is. 2 streaks. He's already halfway to getting his camo as well. Let's get eyes on with him. He's rocking the Kuda right now. You see Remy going to be pushing towards mid-map. He's going to be flying right onto site. I love
Look at
that
this.
route.
Luminosity is going to do the same exact thing that
Interesting.
we
Well,
just saw Elevate do the previous
it's
round.
all on Aqua then. You see one jump across, a little bait and switch maybe. Nope, just a bait and bait. John's going to come back and win that one. They're going to get bombed down.
There is not a gunfight that John and Saints do not like. They will challenge just about anything.
Yeah, you're right. You think that it looks like it's going to be a bait and switch. He's like, no, I'm just coming right back from this side.
This car is going to kill him.
Okay,
Oh, no.
I thought that player was shooting at the car for a second. I was like, he has no chance of hitting this. This is ugly, but going to be 2v2. Saints in replay is going to be trying to pinch here. They're coming from both sides. He's going to lose that gunfight. Replay's by himself. I think they got eyes on him mid-map. Last player standing. Can he go clutch? This is a tough gunfight, but he just tears the head off of Remy there, and he doesn't have time to fuse here. Unfortunately, there's a player still in lab, and that's Facento. Facento really wants this kill. He does not want to die. And you got to think Replays really wants to hunt for this kill. He jumps off the map.
Facento gets the bomb
and he gets the
down.
kill, and he gets full streaks. Oh, God.
my.
Do it again and let's
You got to
go
get
home.
off the map there.
Not go right on the bomb.
You got to get off the map there. And this is the round-ending kill cam. Are we going to see him just try to jump up? No, you got to pick one direction here, buddy. Oh, no. Oh, no.
And that gives Facento...
How many points did he get from that?
I don't know, but he got...
All of a sudden, I saw his streaks light up. Everything filled up.
He gets a kill,
Oh.
and the bomb blows up. Facento with a lightning in a hellstorm in round number 3.
I don't know that I've ever seen that before. I mean, I'm sure it's happened.
Pretty
but
early, yeah.
That's ridiculous. And that, honestly, from a veteran player like Replays, that's something you can't let happen. I mean, I know his thinking there. He wants to kill him. He wants to take out Facento. He doesn't want him to get streaks.
At that point, he needs to push him, not
run backwards.
Run backwards,
Then decide to turn around and blow up to the bomb. If he would have just kept going, he might have been all right.
You saw Remy picking up 2 there off the break, and then one more kill exchange, and it's going to be Saints, the last
You're
one
the
alive
last
for
man
Luminosity.
standing.
And
Show me grace under
look at how
pressure.
far away he is from the bomb.
He's got a ways to go, but
he's
he's got
gone for a walk. He's got a lot of time.
55 seconds to work with. The question is, will Nagafin and Crew get antsy? Nagafin sniffed this out to a degree. Does he know bombs down there?
I think they're searching right now. They don't. I think they believe they know bombs down. I would imagine they know they have bomb down at this point.
I would think so too.
Yeah.
Saints, sneaky little fish.
We're in the last seconds. Bring this
I mean,
home.
he does have a lot of time. I mean, now he's
he
starting to run
did.
out
Yeah,
of
exactly.
time. Yeah, but
He's
gonna.
just hoping to maybe sneak up on one. He's got the bomb.
I think Elevate, just from the standpoint of they know these players very well.
What? Not able to get the kill. Does he have... Well, that's not correct, because that was a VMP.
And he picked it up. He had just picked it up, and he's going to get taken out. He's going to get the bomb plant, but this is not a good start for Luminosity. I mean, really, it's just Vicento and Nagafin just taking over this S&D, and you see Vicento's just going to keep running around. What does Nagafin have towards streaks? He's got to be close as well.
Yeah, I'll check that out as soon as we get back in here.
I mean, I believe he is sitting at 4-2, but I believe he's on some kind of a streak, and see he's able to take Saints out and then defuse the bomb. So take a look of what Nagafin has here as we get into round number 4.
All right, I will hop on with Nagafin in just a second. Let's take a look. So he's very close to getting his HC. Vicento still the man to watch as he has really everything here.
I'm surprised that they just didn't give Nagafin the bomb. The same way they kind of did it with Vicento. And Nagafin's going to get taken out by Replays coming across mid-map. So huge first gunfight by Replays 1, but there you see John and Saints both fall. And that is exactly what you don't need. I mean, you get first blood, and then, I mean, Elevate just answered with 3 straight kills. It's going to be Spacey, the last one alive. He's going to get taken out from his right. Vicento with yet another kill. The guy just going off here in S&D. And Elevate, I mean, this is not close at all. Man.
No, this is, I mean, this is like the Optic Envy, Game 5 for the most part. I mean, they are just dominating them right now.
There's not much to even talk about from the standpoint of like what is going wrong. It's just kind of Elevate dominating.
I feel like we saw, you know, Rise look a bit lost in this particular map in game mode. I feel like Luminosity to a degree seems the same way. They're just struggling to keep up with the strategy and the gameplay right now. I mean, they tried to kind of mimic what Elevate did not work at all. Now look at them. They're going to push 3 up top again. This time they're going to actually run into an A push.
Well, we're not going to see this again.
We sure might. Nope, they're going to sniff it out. They're able to pick him up. There's a player waiting for it that time. But Vicento,
if that would have happened again,
alive.
If that would have happened again with Nagafin, I would have lost it. I would have lost it. He would have done the same thing.
I had to go to it. The potential was certainly there. He's made him run. He knows they're off in the wilderness. What are you guys going to do?
No, hit a tree. So
the protective trees there.
They know where they are.
Large trees.
They know where they are at least, and you're going to see John trying to get some visibility towards mid-map. Remy doing a great job. He's actually had a pretty good game from the standpoint of getting like those high-impact kills. Remy, he's just watching the flank, but just using some different areas the map haven't seen utilized before. And I believe John just saw him.
Yeah, that's not a gunfight.
There is
no
way.
No, let's get out of that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe just try to get bombed down and hope you can pick up a kill. I mean, you have Replays. He has Snipe. He's called up these players, and he's going to get flanked from behind. John has not a chance in the world right now. Oh, Aqua, you filthy man. He picks up both the final kills, just re-peaks John. I mean, to be fair,
John
this
is
a
not
tough
gonna.
fight.
Yeah, John is not gonna win this cross map with.
Oh, look at this little peek. I like it. Nice stuff there. I don't think he was too scared of that VMP coming across.
John has a phenomenal shot across map VMP. I'm not too sure about that. And Elevate 1 round away from making this one of the fastest search and destroys we've ever done.
The hot 6-0. Can they do it? Speaking of 6-0, Vicento.
It feels like, at least to me, it feels like the ban and protect phase took longer than we've actually taken to get to round 6.
It does kind of seem that way, right? There's one in the back by the tree. If they push him here, he's all by his lonesome. He's able to get one. Does he stay alive? Oh, God. I don't know how he didn't get a second there. I thought Vicento was toast for sure.
Vicento is about to double up on some streaks here.
Vicento's apparently invincible. He's 7-0 right now.
Bomb active.
Having a monster game.
I mean, he could theoretically just hide and call in this lightning on the bomb site.
But the question is the flank. Spacely is coming around behind. Is he going to be able to pick up Vicento?
Well, I mean, he's the only one alive. They have to know he's coming from the flank.
Oh,
now you're going to see it come in.
Let's watch it from his POV. Oh, dead. So dead.
Yeah, there you go, dead. You knew it was coming. And Spacely dies right there. Actually, it's hilarious. You see on, I don't know if you'll see it here, but his body just goes flying. I don't think you'll actually see it, but on my screen, it just showed his body just corkscrewing in outer space.
As soon as it said lightning strike, I think it adds this dynamic to the game. I love that it's become part of the ban and protect. The question is it going to be something like this? Is it going to be every single game now? Is it going to just be focused on because players think it's too powerful. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out.
And you see the first two bans out of Elevator, Rapid Fire and the Vesper. I wonder why Rapid Fire went so fast. I mean, usually we see it go, but is there some kind of like reason you see the MR6 go?
Is it leading to something else they want to do?
Right, that's what I was thinking. Is it leading to something else?
But I don't know. I can't even think of a time we've seen Rapid Fire really go first. So the Vesper's out as well. So what two did they get? So they've gone after Vesper.
Elevate has gone after the Vesper Rapid Fire, and you see the Overclock and the MR6 go from the side of Luminosity. And now you're going to see Camo go. I agree with that. Saints, you know, Camo so good in uplink when you're trying to get the drone, run it in for a score. Aqua going to wait till the last second. He's going to get rid of the CUDA.
Before the VMP. Interesting.
So the VMP is staying in this one. The CUDA.
Oh, they. Oh, God.
So
that. Oh, that explains the Rapid Fire ban now. Because now they can't. It's not going to really be a play where you could use the Pharaoh. Is that kind of why they did that? They try to sneak that in there.
You could then use the Pharaoh. What else could you potentially?
Yeah, but you do this Rapid Fire at the very beginning, right?
Yeah.
You don't really know what it's for exactly. Then all of a sudden, bam, bam, back to back, you take out the CUDA and the VMP.
Right, because you haven't seen anything done with the.
Exactly. Were you worried about that? I wouldn't have for a second thought those were going to go back to
no,
VMP
I
like
wouldn't
that.
have thought either.
So now it makes the Pharaohs not so much an option. So what are you looking at right now? I mean, the Pharaoh probably will be used without Rapid Fire, I guess.
And you got the Pharaoh, the Weevil,
or is this going to
be Razorback? Or I mean, it becomes a full AR
M8,
game.
M8 with RK5s or whatever the pistol of choice
M8
is.
LCARs. I think. Well, the MR6 is gone, so you're looking at the RK5 or the LCAR. So some interesting stuff out of Elevate.
I mean, Elevate didn't want to play. They did not want this to be a fast-paced game. I mean, this has to slow it down some, right? If this ends up being all ARs, it definitely slows it down to a degree. They don't want to deal with maybe the pressure of John, Saints, basically all those guys like to play fast.
Yeah,
with
those
subs.
guys definitely have been in their face with the SMGs.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a game that Elevate was going to win if you know those guys keep ramping up the pace. So I guess it's an interesting way of slowing it down. You're going to see a Scythe and Annihilator on the side of Luminosity. You're going to see a Scythe and Annihilator on the side of Elevate 2. Heatwave and Kinetic round out both teams. So guys just going to go
I'm
into
curious
their
if
create at this point.
that's kind of the thought process, because usually, let's say somebody protects the Pharaoh. Rapid Fire goes immediately. So if you do Rapid Fire first, your very first
you
thing,
don't protect the Rapid Fire, you ban it.
You ban it, but what's going through someone's head then? Like, you don't really know what they're going to attack next if it's first. I mean, usually it just kind of makes its way in.
Yeah.
If you get rid of it then, because, okay, I guess if it's the other way. Let's say they went Vesper, then bam, bam, they went CUDA VMP. I think the Pharaoh probably would have been protected right away, or Rapid Fire would have been protected right away.
The Shiva stays in, right?
Yeah.
Shiva stays in. You have all the ARs are.
You know what I mean? If it gets narrowed down so the Pharaoh's like the only thing left, I think Rapid Fire probably gets protected right away by one of the teams potentially. Maybe that's what they're worried about. So you just get rid of it first. I'm just trying to think of the logic behind hitting it first.
I mean, maybe they just get rid of Rapid Fire first, and I mean, at that point, I guess if you do, no, but that
it had to be tied to them hitting all the subs, right? I mean, unless that was what they want to get off the board first. But I find it odd that they just kind of go bam, bam, CUDA VMP.
Yeah, I find that odd as well. I think that's probably, it definitely is the reason for what they did.
Well, I can talk about Ban Protect forever.
Right. I think definitely they're probably trying to slow the game down.
Sure.
I think that's, you kind of hit it right on the head. Slow the game down. Make it a little bit more AR heavy. You don't want to fight the guys like Saints and John close quarters with SMGs, even though Fringe is a long-range map. I don't think you'd have the same struggle with that as EVAC.
Yeah, but it's a long-range map, and I think they feel more confident in their long-range game, I guess. I mean, that would be my thought. They think, hey, if we're going 4 M8s versus 4 M8s, we feel very good about it. Especially, you know, Facento, again, this is a map where we've seen, and it was Hardpoint, we've seen him go like 40-13 or something like that. Just have absolute monster games. So it could have been Facento just pushing for it, like, hey, let me set up with an AR. Don't make me worry about subs flying in my face, and I'm going to have a huge game.
Yeah, but now you're worried about, like, other ARs picking you off at long range, right? I mean, now you're putting an AR in Saint's hands. He's very talented with it.
I would like a letter from the team of Elevate explaining that Ban Protect. Thank you. You can DM it to me. Email it.
That wouldn't be a letter.
Physically write it and mail it to me.
Yep, but game loading in now. It's going to be game number 3 between Elevate and Luminosity. It's going to be a Fringe uplink.
Woo! Series
tied. 1 apiece.
Yep.
Luminosity came out, stormed through Elevate in the hardpoint. Elevate came out, stormed through them in the S&D. You see uplink, it's going to be limited score limit. 5-minute halves. Teams are going to switch sides to make it fair. And then a 5-second respawn timer. So you're going to see a lot of teams try and get 2-3 dead and then push the drone up the map.
All right. I talked about Facento. fact that I think he was one of the players certainly pushing for a slower game, wants to do the damage.
So what do we have gun-wise?
I was saying, can you switch to everybody, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I'm going to switch to everyone. So you get M8, M8. And then you get a Razorback on John.
All right, okay. I like the Razorback. I mean, it's not as good close range, but that thing can melt it.
So Nagathan is running a Pharaoh, and then the rest are running M8s.
So you have one sub on either side, so 3 M8s.
Yep.
Per side, okay.
3 M8s on both sides, and then you're also going to have 1 Pharaoh, 1 Razorback for each team.
Gotcha. Well, the Pharaoh getting it done for Nagathan right now as he's set up in the corner. He's going to get pushed, though, as they're going to try to push towards back alley and 10. You see replays. Going to be watching. They're trying to push through. It's Remy there to shut it off, but they're starting to get forward. Can they get out of 10 is the question. The HC car might be effective. They fly it at him. It's not going to kill him, though. I think he thought that was going to get it done as he decided to soar out. There's only one player left. It's Spacely. He's penned. He's going to drop. Now, the question is, they decide to toss this out, or are they going to try to play forward? Because there's one player that pushed through tracks. That looks like it's John. He's going to get cleaned up, and now they start to try and get the drone forward a bit here.
And how many times have we seen the Razorback used?
I think I could count the games on one hand.
Yeah, and it's the first time I believe we've seen the Razorback used, so be interested to see what kind of numbers John puts up with. The Razorback's good at range.
Oh, it absolutely is.
It just shoots a little bit slow, so against those ARs, definitely, I don't think it's going to contend at range, like be able to outshoot somebody. But
if you get first shot, like there's times where you get a first shot with a VMP at range or something and die. Yeah. I think if you get first shot with a Razorback at like medium to longish range, that's something you could win, right? Look at and here they go. This is where you see Elevate toss the rock, man. They do it so well. See him slide off, and now does the train begin is the question. You have Remy set up. He's in position to pick it up and toss it forward again. There it is. He throws it forward to Aqua. Unfortunately, his toss gets blocked there by a truck. That one gets blocked by an invisible arm. But the 1-point toss ultimately ends up going high.
Well,
that was one ugly sequence of events.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to be able to rattle off a few scores.
Yeah,
there.
right.
You're going to have John picking up the drone. Going to toss it out of the map for Luminosity, and they're going to try and get set up.
What did that hit the second time? Like,
I don't know. But going to be Luminosity with replay set up mid-map, trying to pick up some kills with an AR. And this is a little bit of a slower game that Elevate seem to have wanted, and it's working out in their favor this far.
It definitely is so far. You got a couple players wrapping through tracks. They're going to be flanking these players. Can they get in a position to pick up a couple? Aqua's going to grab one. He's got a second away truck. He wants to challenge the third there at L. Not able to grab it, but Vicento should be there to clean it up. Looks like it's actually going to be Nagathan. Now it's their turn to try and apply some pressure. It's going to be Nagathan with it in his hands. He's going to drop because they're trying to hold down mid-map. There's really been no pressure from Luminosity yet, Matt. I mean, it's been all Elevate in control of the drone and control of their side of the map. I mean, look at Remy pushed up in barn, just wreaking havoc right now. And look at that. You see him check through the window right there, sees the player from back alley. He calls a car on himself. This actually might work out for him. He gets one.
He drove that a little bit further because he didn't want to actually blow himself up with it. Yeah.
That would have been awkward. Oh, that's your teammate, pal. Everyone a little jumpy right now. Specifically, Remy. He sees them spawning back alley, gets the assist. Excellent job there. I'm just watching him right now because he's the one trying to pin them back alley. The points keep coming through, Matt.
Yeah, this one looks like
there's the toss.
The guys on Elevate just in complete control, Maven. This is when Luminosity has not stood a chance in at all. And
nope. And honestly, that's why I was so confident in Elevate for this one. I think they really are that good when it comes to this particular game mode, is specifically on this map, Matt.
Yeah, it's just Luminosity just can't get anything going, whether it's mid-map control, they can't get control of their base. You just see some excellent teamwork out of the guys on Elevate. You see Vicento in the mid-map trying to get in a top bar, not able to do so. And you know, this is a pretty dominant performance here in the first half. I mean, a minute to go up 7-0, and it's a 7-0 where we haven't even saw the guys on Luminosity really fight back. Right, we haven't really saw them get close to score. I mean, look at the
this is their
scoreboard
chance
at the top. Well, it's basically 11 and 7, 4 and 10 out of I mean, replays, and then you got 8 and 7 out of Saints and John respectively. You just needed more out of those bottom two guys.
Well, now they might have a chance. The kinetic armor's pop. Can he get it in? This should be a dunk. He keeps getting tripped up a little bit, like on those tracks, but he's able to get through. John, having a relatively effective game. We've talked about the fact that he's using the Razorback, which we very rarely see.
I mean, hey,
like ranges like this, it's great. Like that's a great mid-range fight where you're gonna feel very confident getting the kill, and that's able to put through another dunk. And the main reason has been Spacely. Spacely was on a 6 streak there at 15 and 8, and that spree lasted for a solid 90 seconds as he was pushing towards the back of the base.
as awful,
that might be questionable.
is a little bit far. But as bad as we were talking, like as bad as that was right there for Luminosity, they put in 2 dunks in the last minute, and they were able to make this a pretty competitive game going into the second half.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I feel like CTF is more, I guess, a game of kind of like counter caps, because, you know, the flag's at home. This, with it being neutral, it's more of a game of swings, you know? You get one in, you have mid-control, you toss it forward, get another. It's just these swings. You get this momentum behind you. Elevate had that for the first couple of minutes. All it took was that 60-second setup, really, from Luminosity, and look how close they were able to bring it. It's incredible, and that's what makes Uplink one of the most entertaining game modes in my eyes, because these swings you can have in the particular game mode.
You see it's going to be Luminosity picking up 2 kills early off the break, so now Replay's going to get control of the drone. And actually, it's going to be basically passing it off to John. So John's going to hit this all the way in the back. Has one player directly to his right.
Good to me.
Go for a one-point throw.
Misses it.
Not going to connect with it, but 2 kills in the kill feed coming in for Luminosity. They're actually going to be
Still
pushing.
A player back here.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing all the way in for this drone Maven, and it's got one more in front of Saints. He has a teammate there as well. It's going to be Spacely. It's going to be Aqua not opting to go for the drone. This one should be resetting any
Can he get the kill first? No.
But they do get control of Barn. Look at this setup that they have. And it's going to be Elevate spawning on the overextension. It's going to be Luminosity with a very good chance to put a 2-point play on the board.
Well, it's all Spacely right now. I mean, he picked up 1, I think. It was Vicento actually ended up having to call in his Annihilator to kind of slow this down. And it was really good. Like, that's a great use of the Annihilator. You make sure you kill that guy watching that back spawn. He kills Aqua.
Yeah, but Luminosity gets the drone back.
Oh, I'm sorry. He kills Spacely trying to watch it, and it leads to a good hold, but they're still back there. It's replays in the back. The toss comes through. He's able to get the dunk, and now it's a 1-point game.
And Saints is set up mid-map with the Scythe as well, so they can get this Scythe over towards back alley, and then Nagafin actually picking him up. But you see replays. He has a lightning. They could toss him the drone, and he can keep working on these streaks. Maybe that would be huge. I mean, he's got a Wraith. He's not going to be able to get it. As you see, he's going to get cut down. But Luminosity able to come back, make this a 1-point game, just doing a great job of force spawning Elevate in that back alley.
Yeah, this has been a fantastic comeback, because, I mean, 7-0, I thought they blew the doors off this. They just look so strong, so much control, but they haven't really been able to do anything yet from this side. Saint's shot looking a little bit shaky, but he's able to pick up the assist. Can they get forward for more points? He's going to get cleaned up. He was in a very powerful position. Now, that is where a gun like the Razorback excels, because those shots you are not hitting with a VMP or a Vesper.
No way.
Not happening.
No world you're hitting that. And it's also excels in that medium to longer range. I don't want to say long range,
longish,
but
longer
range, yes.
All right, well, let's see who can pick up this mid-control right now. You see a battle going down. Like, I was wondering if maybe he was just calling his strike here on mid-map, as they're about to get pressured pretty heavily, I think. The toss over the top, does it go through? Yes, nice toss there from Nagafin. Fancy footwork and a fancy toss, able to extend this lead. And it's big, because they have a dunk advantage now instead of this 1 point. A dart used in uplink. This is something I've not seen many times before. Can he make it effective? The player's going to jump into top grandmas right before he's able to do anything. He's got one, he's flanking. He doesn't get anything with it.
I mean, the player drops at the hands of a teammate, but still, I mean, Remy has control of the Luminosity base, and he drops while in that dart. And Aqua absolutely destroys John with a vicious headshot there.
That little bounce, too. That's a tough shot to hit. And now it's Vicento and crew. Here we go, coming forward. The lightning strike coming in. They hit the back, and it's going to pick him up. He's able to get a couple replays. Gets one with the strike. The car explodes. He gets another one, but you still have to deal with Remy here. What can he do? L car out, not able to win that one. So what looks like it may be a dunk. Replays his lightning strike is going to shut down, Matt.
Yeah, it's a huge save. I mean, it keeps it a 2-point game where Luminosity can make something happen here. There's actually one player in barn for Elevate. Luminosity needs to get more players over here to help John. John's just going to try and do it all himself.
The Razorback, it doesn't move, man. It's so steady. You have, I thought it was Spacely in the back. He must have just dropped, because he was in a good position. You pop your kinetic, just be safe. Good use of it. But he gets heat waved. He doesn't get it in. Oh my God, what a play there. That's the second time we've seen a heat wave just shut down a potential score. How do you stop kinetic armor flying in? There's your answer.
And Nagafin, just with a huge play right there, uses that heat wave, able to take out John with kinetic armor going towards the goal. And that's one you figured, John was going to put in
Oh, Saints is in trouble.
easily. Yeah.
He's got 3 players pushing him. Here they all come, and there's the melee. That's going to shut that down. This is at least got to be a 1-pointer. He's trying to stay alive. He's got teammates. Where are they to cover him? He's got 2 there. They've got to push. He's trying to get through. There's 1 in the back. Can he bounce off the wall? He doesn't have enough juice. He just goes for the 1-pointer.
I like the decision, though.
Play, yeah.
30 seconds left. You can make this a 2-possession game. You do it. Nagafen, actually, there was a player, I believe, for Elevate who popped their active camo, was going underneath him. You see Aqua with a scythe in the kill feed, just trying to shut down these players mid-map. It's going to be a world of trouble for Replays to deal with. He's got to get drone control here, Maven. 20 seconds left, down 3.
He tosses it to the back. Is anybody home?
Yeah, he's got 1 player there. It's going to be
Spacely, can you do it? You gotta get the kill. You gotta get the kill. He can't
doesn't get the kill, no. And actually, are they able to pick up that drone? Nope, it's going to be in the hands of Nagafen all the way in the back.
I'm hiding in the hay.
He's going to be able to toss this one out or just hold on to it there. It's going to be Elevate winning by 3. Some crazy plays there towards the end. Luminosity almost able to make a comeback.
Can't find a needle in a haystack. You can't find a Facento in a haystack. And see, he opts to hide there at the end. Was it Nagafen? Facento? They're both so good.
So we'll go into the
maybe they're going to ban every gun but shotguns. It's not possible, but
possible. So, gonna see a Vesper ban out of Nagafen, kick things off. Rapid fire ban out of Replay. So,
okay, so this still kind of favors what we saw from Elevate, I would think. The question is, does Elevate decide to still hit the subs? Yep. So they go for the VMP. Are they going to follow it? They can't follow it right away because the order of it. So they have to wait for the
Spacely protect the Kuda. No.
No. So they're going to hit the Kuda, right?
What? You would think so?
Yep. There's a Kuda.
Why would they let them
do
it again?
Exactly. Why wouldn't you just protect one of these? So they take out the 3 subs. Unless John's like, hey, I can play with the Razorback. I'll dominate these fools.
I mean, John didn't have a bad game with the Razorback.
No, he really didn't. I think he was positive a couple of kills, but you still...
I think it more affects Saints.
This could be the slowest CTF game of all time.
More affects Saints. So, I mean, you could potentially have stuns and flashes in as well. So high caliber goes and active.
So you have stuns, flashes, and all rifles. This is going to be the slowest CTF game of all time.
And you have no overdrive. You have no active camo.
I mean, if they would have banned fast hands and blast suppressor, that would be the only way to slow it down more.
At that point, you pretty much can't jump.
Yeah.
You got Nagafen pulling out Vision Pulse here to kick things off. Yeah, Heat Wave, and then what do you take to replace active camo? Probably a weapon?
So you think you'll go 2-2 for both then if you have the extra? Because active camo has been kind of a guarantee in CTF for the most part.
No, I actually think
so. Vision,
Vision Pulse I think is the one that you kind of question. So Space is going to go with Annihilator. I would say Luminosity are not going to see a Vision Pulse.
So we still need a Heat Wave. Yeah, they still need a Heat Wave. So it's going to be
with
one
a
weapon.
Scythe probably. Yep, Saints with a Scythe, and Aqua Scythe.
So you do get 2 weapons out of Luminosity. Now, what are they missing? They
Vision
don't.
Pulse.
They do have a Heat Wave.
Vision Pulse versus Annihilator. I would rather probably have Annihilator.
I don't know. Like, I just am not a huge fan of Vision Pulse. Not that I'm a big fan of the Annihilator either. That's a toss-up. I don't see either really making or breaking this game for either team. I would prefer Psychosis and CTF. You know, you're going in for a pull, you pop it, distract some players.
Trying to bring it back towards your own base. You use it.
I'm not a huge fan of Psychosis, but in this, I would take it over Vision Pulse or the Annihilator, personally.
Yeah.
Because you don't have overclock. Weapons become much less effective. Well, everything does to a degree without it, but I think weapons get hit the hardest because how long they take to get. We've talked about the fact that you might only get it once, maybe twice without overclock.
Especially in a game of CTF where now it seems like it's going to be a lot of rifles, a little bit slower. You might not see many more kills on the map.
And we saw the Scythe, I think, for both sides in game 1 when you didn't have overclock. Both got called in. I know the first time they both got called in, they died almost immediately. Like, they didn't even get a kill with it. They were used much more effectively in some of the other games, but not game 1. I mean, we talked about it going into that game, and I remember they both get called out. They died, like, instantly.
Yeah, and you saw the Annihilator in game 1. I think I saw it call in once. It was probably used more than that, but died right away. I mean, nothing out of the Annihilator.
They're not, like, I know when the game first came out, everyone was like, we're so worried about how overpowered some of these are. Oh my God, they're going to change the game. So, I mean, honestly, they're big play moments, but for the most part, it's consistently.
You
they're
still
difficult,
have to. You still have to make a huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's.
You're not guaranteed like, oh, I have a Scythe, I'm going to get 7 kills. No.
I mean, we have seen it.
Sure.
We have seen it, but you still have to be very good with it and when to use it.
I think more often than not, you get one kill and die than you get a string of kills.
And I think it's a little bit of a skill in the sense that you have to time when to use it and know when to use it.
Yeah.
Like know when to hold on to it, know what situations
It's more
it
like
works in.
you have a scythe. You get a flagpole, you watch the overextension with it, or you cut off mid-map with it. You know, we see people pull it out.
When used properly, it could be huge.
Yeah. I feel like we see it used weapons. Sometimes I swear we see them used more improperly sometimes than properly, just because it's more of like sometimes it's just a player being flashy. You know, they're on a 3 streak already. Like, let's pull out the scythe. I'm going to kill the rest of them. And it's just like an awkward moment where they're jumping up. It takes a second to get out. Next thing you know, their head's gone.
Right. Yeah.
What weapon is just tricky to use, man?
CTF is going to be on breach. It's an unlimited score limit, 5-minute time limit on the clock. Team's going to switch sides at the half. And 7.5 seconds respawn, so you die, you're not going to be around for a very long time. Your teammate's probably going to complain that you're dead.
All right, well, let's do this, Matt.
We are going to do this, Clint.
I'm ready. All right,
I'm going to
Pacento.
look through some of the guns.
Yeah, tell me what people are using here. I'm guessing we're seeing M8s just everywhere, probably right now.
Something we didn't realize, actually, Nagafin's MR6 makes it in.
Uh-oh. I heard it go off, too, as he died.
So, and then Aqua's going to be using the Pharaoh.
Saints has the Pharaoh as well, and he also has a flag out already. He has fast mags on it. I kind of like that, actually. Fast mags, grip, I don't know that's necessary really at all on the Pharaoh, and quick draw.
Yeah, no, that's actually when we see often on the Pharaoh is the grip, quick draw, fast mags. That's, I believe, what Classic uses on his, and you're going to see
Is the grip really that necessary? I don't feel like it jumps at all.
I think it is. To shoot at range versus
granted,
ARs.
I don't play against pro players, but when I use it, I just don't feel like it really moves all that much.
No, to shoot at range versus ARs, you definitely need it. And you can see Spacely just playing really slow towards the back of his base. And you can have Saints picking up one with the HCXD. He's on a 3 streak, trying to just pick up some kills in and around his base. He's going to drop in the hands of Remy. Remy using that L car to perfection here, and you're going to see Pacento running around the outside of the base with the L car as well.
If he lined those up collateral and somehow with the L car and got the flag out, that would have been amazing. But so far, Luminosity going to have the edge, and that was really just that original Saints pull, as he was able to fire that one through. Early score. So the action has been pretty fast, despite the fact that we do have, pretty M8 heavy gameplay. Replay's trying to move across the top side of the screen. He's going to get pushed back by a couple players flying at him. Nice shot there. It's wise for him to back up, play smart. He doesn't realize there's a second player there, and he just annihilated Remy.
He just destroys Remy.
All right, Remy. Take a seat. Replays is here. I thought Replays wanted to jump off the map for a second.
Nope, and he's actually going to have one player to beat here.
He's got a flashbang as well, and nice job. He goes so vertical there that he almost picks it up, but unfortunately for him, Pacento, one of the most accurate in the business when it comes to M8s.
Yeah, and John, though, putting a lot of pressure with that Razorback. He's able to pick up two more players directly to his left, just waiting for some teammates to get close by. He's not able to pick up either of those players, but you see Elevate, they just have to play for their own base here. Maybe
look where they are.
Yeah, they just have to pin down there.
I just feel bad for them. It's like they're trapped. There's a cage, and they can't get out. He runs by. Nagafin has this MR6. Now, let's watch. If you haven't seen this guy use it yet, it's offensive.
Yeah, he's
how good he is with it. He's
so talented with it. But there's actually 2 players in his base. They've managed to get the flag out now. They actually should be picking it up here any second. But Pacento in the back,
incredible job holding us up.
Yeah,
he's done nothing.
Why
to
are they
stay
not
alive.
challenging me? Yeah, I mean
that was all he needed. That was all they needed. I mean, they're going to get the flag out eventually, but that delay there might have been enough. Really, who's going to have it? It's going to be John. He's wrapping around the top side.
I was saying they had the flag out because it just made a lot of sense for them to
You would think. He has kinetic to work with, too. And look, there's 3 people. He is in so much trouble here. He pops the kinetic, pushes one. That's all he's going to be able to do is, again, the whole team just collapses on him.
Replays, no, I actually don't think they're able to keep this flag alive. Is Nagafin going to be able to return it? And, oh, my, he fell off the map.
Oh, my God.
There's nobody near it, though, for Luminosity, though. There's nobody near it. They should be able to get this return, or it should be returned by time.
What was that? You see the MR6, the flash and kill with the pistol, and then just an awkward kind of jump
That is
the map,
awkward,
right?
awkward moment right there as Nagafin falls up. Pacento just looked at the flag. He didn't know what to do, whether to go for a return or still stay set up, but Pacento's going to be pulling the flag. He's got one person behind him. Remy bumps into him, lines it up. 3 kills in the kill feed. For Luminosity.
That bump hurt. That bump hurt a lot, I think. He couldn't really shoot because he had him in front. It was just an awkward exchange. So Elevate just having some more than awkward moments, right? In the past minute or so. Replay's going to go up high, see if he can spot one. He does spot one, but the shots all over the place. Aqua able to win that one. And
Luminosity has done a great job, though, just putting the pressure on the base of Elevate. You see Saints here running a Razorback of his own. He's going to have the laser on it as well, so he can hit fire a little bit better. And it's actually, Vicento falls off the map, so they should be looking at another flagpole. The guys of Elevate just having a tough time staying on the map.
Are they messing around right now?
They're going to have to all go on the overextension, and this one looks like, oh, well, actually, no, they actually get in. It's going to be 2 kills coming in from the guys on Elevate.
Saints has to be so frustrated. Like, come on, guys, just hold on to the base for 5 more seconds and we got a score here.
Aqua makes it out with the flag. 30 seconds left. You see all 4 members of Luminosity just surrounding Saints. They'll take a stalemate going into the second half, but now that they picked up 3, Aqua going to be still stuck inside Palace. He's got to get out of there, Maven. They are on the hunt for him.
They really are. He's able to get 1. Does he get more? This might lead towards streaks. You can't let him get too many kills, and he gets around that corner. That's huge because he has a player waiting in the back to help out, and that is why it's so good. John with the Razorback gets it. Can they fire through the flag? I think it was Saints, and he is able to score.
He waited in Palace for way too long, turns around, tries to challenge, and John with some great shots out of the Razorback.
That's the second time you've seen a kill with a sub that you probably wouldn't get. Like that first kill, that's against an M8 at pretty long range, and he wins that with the Razorback.
They wanted him to use it.
Wow, man. It's the most versatile. You know, I guess the Kuda, I'd say, is probably the most versatile, but at range, I mean, nothing comes close to the Razorback. That thing is amazing.
It shoots very slow. That's the only downside to it. But it's Luminosity taking a 2-flag lead here in the first half, and you're going to see Saints with a scythe right off the rip. He's going to have 1 player directly across from him at AC, and now, not exactly in trouble, but he's going to be able to pick up 1 mid-map. You see replays picking up 2. Luminosity could potentially push towards a 3rd cap.
Well, Nagafin's all the way in the back still, and he's going to catch the Scythe player. So this is big, because Nagafin's got a chance to get a pull if he needs to. I'll try and keep both these guys highlighted. So John's got the flag. He's pulling towards Nagafin, should be able to get it out. Is there anyone here? Oh, he gets the kill and he gets the flag. That's absolutely huge. He has a player to defend him as well.
There's 1 player coming his wall run, though, Maven. I don't think he knows the players on the outside. Oh, and Nagafin actually crosses over towards mid-map, so actually catches a little bit.
Well, who's top broke there? That's basically, I think, that's able to clean up a couple players here.
It's going to be replay. It's going to be able to return that flag. That should be a score. Yep. Luminosity going to put their 3rd flag on the board. You have replays with a Lightning. He's had a very good series.
He's on a 6th streak, and he's going to be battling for a Wraith here soon. If he wins that one, he's going to be very close. He's 250 off a Wraith, and why don't you get to cover before you call it in?
Yeah, that's a bad spot to call that one in.
Yeah, top middle of the map.
Top middle.
on the opposition side of the map, too.
Not the best spot. You're going to see Vicento go on an outside wall run here, and he's going to get caught up in the middle of nowhere. So, Elevate just trying to push the base, making stuff happen, but a lot of just one-on-one play here, Maven. And for a team that has great teamwork, you'd expect better. And Luminosity looking like they're going to be able to force this game 5. I mean, up 3-0, they got streaks. We have seen actually the crazy happen before. But this would be a monumental collapse if you are Luminosity.
We called 4 game 5s today, and it's certainly starting to look that way. I don't even know what's going to be our best match of the night once we're all said and done, because we still have an incredible one coming with FaZe and H2K. You know, if you've been waiting for that match all night, I'm sorry. It has not really been delays. It hasn't been anything. It's just been a phenomenal series, and that's a good use of the Vision Pulse. As Nagafin's able to get a couple kills, get the pull as well.
I wonder if he's got a player right here in the corner. To his right. No, he actually did. Replays with a heat wave and a huge return. Nagafin goes huge in the base, just not able to make anything happen. And great use of the Vision Pulse there. We wondered how it was going to be used. He's actually able to pick up 2 big kills and try and get the flag out. Just not enough. And John with streaks now as well. This one not looking good for Elevate.
Getting it done with the Razorback. Elevate in trouble right now. They've gotten a couple flags out. They just can't get anything on the board here. Whoa, nice shots there from Vicento. You talked about how accurate he can be. This has potential for a cap. He's going to need good cover from Aqua here. Aqua gets 1. They have 1 bottom broken. That's a Hellstorm getting called in. Is Vicento going to be safe from that? No, he almost gets inside. They're going to be able to get a touch, though. Who was it that nabbed that?
But another Hellstorm coming in. Well, replays actually team kills John with it. Do we see a Lightning come in as well?
Let's see who would have it. It'd be replays probably.
And I think John has one as well.
Well, they opt to save it. They let the one cap go through. So that gives life, though. They've got 90 seconds to try and get this in. Aqua's going to grab one. There's one more in the base. One just spawned out to the left. He's going to die pretty much instantly as he flies out. But is there anyone else here to try and push through?
There was Remy, but John picks up him as well.
Nagafin and Vicento. I mean, there's so little time. They have to get a second pull here within the next, 15 seconds, or I think this one's kind of toast.
Yeah, Luminosity just camping in their base a little bit, though, turtling. So you're going to have Nagafin sneak behind one. Look at how sneaky. Oh, he's actually going to get called out. John's going to come down the stairs, take him out, and it's going to be Remy and Vicento just trying to make a play. Remy's getting tagged up.
Too much hangs on this.
Every direction. You're going to see Vicento drop in the kill feed. This does not look good, Maven. I mean, 50 seconds left.
Turtling up isn't usually what I advise.
Not usually.
They're doing a really good job of holding off any kind of push, right?
I mean, you die, you have 2 lightning strikes. No, they're going to use one now. Not get anyone with it, so you still have 1 lightning strike in your back pocket. You see Saints doing a good job playing that base defense. Spacely now with the Annihilator mid-map, picks up 1. He gets cut down rather quickly. But 30 seconds left, 2 flags. This would be all but improbable.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Not enough time on the clock. Luminosity doing a good job. They've won now, what, game 1? They won game 4. They're able to push this to our 3rd game 5 of the night. And we know game 2 was so elevated, what, 6-0? Just dominated that one. What do you expect to see in a game 5? Similar fashion?
I think we see an Elevate win. I don't think we see it in the same fashion, but I think this is one that that Elevate probably takes in a game 5. But a great performance by Luminosity there in the CTF, winning it 3-1. You saw Elevate, they tried to slow the game down a little bit, and the use of making them use the Razorback ended up coming to bite them because they won a lot of them. I mean, see, Overkill is going to be the first thing to go at the end of Replay. So.
And Replay is the one that likes to snipe, too, so he wants to have the more, I guess, standard sniper role here.
Do you see an MR6 Protect from Elevate?
You could see anything from Elevate. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he was too effective with it. Last time we saw him use it to get a kill, he then jumped to his death. But, okay, so the SVG, that's... Were they really that worried? Oh, wow.
Thermal,
okay, so they protect SVG and thermal. I would think when you see the
Overkill.
Overkill...
You see the MR6 go, yeah.
But when you see Overkill get banned, to me that says, oh, I'm not really worried about the SVG being touched. Like, if you're going to ban Overkill, why would you ban the SVG right after?
I mean, I think if you are Elevate, you feel pretty good with the pistols. And then we see cold-blooded go at the hand of
thermal
Remy.
protected and cold-blooded gone. Well, it's going to be a field day.
The Vesper goes
for Replays, and who's going to be Replays and Aqua are going to have a field day because they are going to be able to see everything.
Do we see an M8 with a thermal?
I don't know.
Could that like SVG protect to be like a little?
Jacob tried to start a trend. I don't know if it's catching on.
Yeah. Rapid fire goes, and let's see, high caliber. I think this last one.
Well, we still have all specialists too. Probably, I would say high caliber goes before any specialists because this map is dominated by long range gunfights. So high caliber makes it in. Oh God. So and Shiva's in. Oh Lord, on this map.
High caliber Shiva. This is good.
So you have high caliber Shiva. How effective now? Oh man. How does that kind of deflate the effectiveness of? I was so happy we're gonna get SVG thermal throughout this with no cold blooded. But if you can go Shiva with high caliber,
why wouldn't you?
Yeah, because without Overkill, you're again more of a liability, right? With a sniper in your hands, do you take the trade-off and just go Shiva high caliber? We'll have to see.
Is the SVG Protect just a bait by Elevate?
I mean, I think this map's big enough that, without having cold-blooded, I certainly think the sniper's going to make an impact. I worry about overall effectiveness over the course of like a whole round. Like, I mean, Shiva with high caliber is just dominant. We shall see. Well, I lost connection to the lobby.
Yeah, so did I. It's interesting.
Well, hopefully.
But they're going to actually go through, and it's going to be the same draft as well. So.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sure. I got to see which lobby it's in. It looks like the lobby just kind of went kaput on us here. Sorry, guys.
Those band protects. That's interesting.
Right back in. All right, so which lobby are you getting in?
Oh, I'm just...
I'm going to try and hop in this one with you. But, all right, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know what we're waiting on people, but
Okay.
do you potentially see? I mean, the ARs with thermal. Like I could totally see Elevate, a team that would protect the SVG. And now Luminosity, they're totally thinking SVG thermal. So you're going to see, and now pull out a thermal on another weapon with some smoke. Now that Cold-Blooded's gone, throw them off guard.
I'm trying to think of a weapon where we've seen thermal
Besides
used
sniper rifle,
consistently.
only with the JCAP M8 that one time.
I mean, but back like in the history, I mean, Remington and Ghost we saw in S&D, that was used quite a bit.
Yep.
But not, I mean, typically it's just snipers, right? Like you don't see it too frequently in other guns. I know we've seen it on, what was it, at Advanced Warfare on the MLE sometimes. I think when the LMG was being used, we would see it from time to time. There was Nagafin actually that would do that. I would love to see it. I don't know if that's going to be the case. But with Cold-Blooded gun, I mean, why wouldn't you run a thermal? What's the downside?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. That's what's great about the band protect, right?
I guess it could be a liability because I think everyone kind of prefers a red dot in ELO, right? I mean, that's just it's more comfortable. I think it's easier to shoot to some degree. And also, if you pull out a thermal, people are going to switch to Cold-Blooded, and that class you set up becomes ineffective pretty much immediately.
Right. Yeah, you're the only one not in the lobby.
But if you know, I was. Which let's see here.
You joined a different one.
Oh, I'm very, very sorry. All right, there we go. But if you know they can't switch to Cold-Blooded, why not have a thermal class for I don't know, a Shiva or an M8? Obviously the SVG. I haven't really used. I'll be honest.
Neither have I.
I haven't
really
used thermal on the rifles
too
much,
as well.
so I don't know. I know there's a lot of variations of the scope. Some are a little bit iffy. I think just you see there's the one kind of like it looks like stage curtains almost, the one they use on the sniper. Because I'm not a big fan of the starting thermal. I try to use it with the sniper, just not a big fan of that just little kind of circle you have in the middle on that one.
Yeah.
They go more for the dot, but. I'm curious.
If there was a team that would do something weird like that, it would be Elevate.
Thermal Argus.
No.
I don't even know if you could do that. I haven't even really used the shotgun this game, to be honest. Like I'm working towards my dark matter. Shotguns I have not got to because I know I'm just gonna get frustrated because I don't even know how to use close range.
I just think it's a perfect scenario where they can bait Luminosity into something where Luminosity is just expecting SVG's thermals and maybe they throw a smoke and something else. I think that's where my head is at. Maybe it's just
and we haven't
they play
seen
it straight up, but
we haven't seen smokes used that much, really at all in S&D for the most part. It's pretty rare. Again, we were talking earlier. We've seen a lot more in respawns. It seems, especially CTF. Now, I mean, you could just smoke B entirely if you've got a thermal, right? Just toss them in there like crazy. Go in, just L triggering. Now, okay, so they should be just redoing everything here.
Yeah,
I believe unless, obviously League Ops could have decided they're going to go through a different process, but
no, I believe they're going to go through the same stuff. Yeah. So, see the SVG and the overkill, so kind of threw us for a loop. Then you see the thermal. Don't remember what Saints got rid of. The MR6 came next.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact order of everything.
Yeah.
But we'll know once we see the full list coming through. I know Rapid Fire went, but remember we still had High Caliber, we still had the Shiva.
Yep.
Cold-Blooded
gun
did go. What else do we have? Was it
High Caliber?
No, High Caliber stayed. Remember?
Oh yeah, High Caliber did stay.
Was it Flashbang Concussion?
And then I don't remember what this last one was.
Neither do I. I said Rapid Fire like 3 times too.
Okay, so we can go into the specialist draft, and I don't believe anyone selected when the lobby actually drops. So this will all be
take a look.
So you got a heat wave coming out of Aqua and of Spacely.
Okay, well let's talk about this. Knowing that, all right, all specialists are available, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that there's no Cold-Blooded, knowing that thermal could be a big deal, is there anything that becomes more optimal? Like, is Psychosis more annoying to deal with when you have thermal?
No, you see Nagafin going Vision Pulse. I mean, I guess that's not really more viable, but I guess Vision Pulse versus Glitch. I guess I would rather have Vision Pulse.
Especially if we think smokes might be something that are used quite a bit.
You're going to get active on both sides, kinetic on both sides, and heat wave as well. So the only difference in this one going to be Glitch versus Vision Pulse. Not a huge fan of either. I think Psychosis would probably be a bit better on this one, going down the B street.
Sure.
But I can see how Vision Pulse could be used. I can see Glitch being used as a bait and switch maneuver. I just think we haven't seen a great play with Glitch yet. Like, at least that I can think of when I've casted so far.
Tommy?
Well, I mean, outside of
NA.
that one, but in NA, we have not seen a really useful use of
Nah,
Glitch.
I think we had some maybe the qualifier, but not really.
Some of the qualifier,
Not
but
here for the league, no. Not that I can think of.
Yeah.
No major impactful ones.
no, nothing really. So it'll be interesting to see if we get that here
Yeah.
in our Game 5. You're just joining us this series. In its final map, we have one more series after this. It's going to be FaZe versus H2K. That one will close out the night. It's an undefeated FaZe team going up against a
Yeah, that's the only
H2K.
one. I guess if I had one series, I was like, maybe we'll have a 3-0, a 3-1. FaZe has been so dominant. I mean,
Yep.
Optic before today, I think, lost 3 maps total in Phase 4. I just looked at the stats the other day, but
Yeah.
I think it was something crazy like that. Like, they've only lost a handful of maps. You saw Optic go the distance, but that was against Envy. I think Envy a stronger team than H2K. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
FaZe,
we'll find out.
I
We'll find
keep-
out about H2K.
I keep questioning. I feel like every week I'm like, is FaZe really going to dominate this? And then they crush. So I would not be shocked if FaZe came out as 3-0 to H2K.
We'll find out a lot about H2K.
We'll find
Now,
out. We'll find
how
out a
good
lot
they
about
are.
FaZe too.
Yep. I mean, well, H2K lost their last match to Complexity 3-1.
We may actually
That
have
was a
a.
close game.
I'm not going to leak any information yet, but there may be a certain FaZe member joining us on the Thursday show. So just maybe. Could be exciting stuff.
Quite possibly. But
Could be a member of any other team, but maybe FaZe.
yeah, but we have the game. It's loading up right now. Game 5, Luminosity versus Elevate. The first S&D when Elevate's favors 6-0. Very fast. Vicento did not die. Put up an unbelievable performance. Don't think we're going to get that again, but
Well, we're getting.
I definitely favor Elevate in this
This is great because I think teams have been scrimming more too because we're in the league. It's starting to get a lot more heated. Plus, you have UMG around the corner, a couple weeks out, so
Yep.
teams have definitely been putting in more time, and it's just been great watching. I don't think anyone. I feel like early in leagues in the past, you've kind of been able to tell. Teams are out of it. Teams are out of it. I don't think that can be said really for anybody. I think that was. Wait, did I see a Shiva? Who did I see a Shiva on right away? Is anyone? Can you go through and see if anyone's really sniping yet? I'm kind of hopping through here. Dude, it's like subs for everyone. Replays, I think, just let somebody run by him.
okay, so go on with Nagafen.
Let's check Nagafen out.
He has a PO6 with the thermal.
Oh, Lord. SVG's in play. He doesn't care.
And this is something we haven't seen yet. So what does he have on his PO6? Let's see. He's got thermal and FMJ. It's very interesting. And this is odd because Elevate protected the SVG.
Yeah, just to mix it up. And I don't know about you, but like I find, do you see his toe? He had to have seen his toe. 1 shot, 2 shot, not able to get it. There's one behind him. He's just going to spray his Elcar and back down. Now he tries to come through. Saints is going to grab one. So we knock him by himself. He's going to fly in. Elcar for days, but Spacely says, no, sir. This is my bomb site.
I want to see if he picks up anybody with the PO6.
I can't even shoot the thing. It's almost like I struggle too with when you're talking about like the Tempest, something that has like that little bit of delay to it. I think is so goofy for me. But people with the PO6, I know is playing in pubs. There are people that certainly can dominate with that thing. Now we see, okay, so
Slightly different than
yeah, a
Pubs,
little
but-
bit different. So Aqua
Charges
has
acquired.
now pulled out. Who was it? It was Nagafen before. What
So
does he
Aqua's
have?
got the
he's
SVG
main.
in his
Now
hand.
it's SVG, and he caught. I got to it
dear.
just in time. Nice shot coming in from Aqua, and he put on a clinic in S&D on Fringe last week. He had a 9-0 start, hit about 7 snipes. He was lighting it up. So Aqua, definitely a man to watch when he's got that in his hands.
You talk about a fast start from Elevate. I mean, they lose round number 1, but here in round number 2, just come out and destroy Luminosity. See high caliber ELO stock
Switching
on the
operation
M8.
ready
Fully
for
expect high caliber to be on almost every assault rifle here.
Have we seen well, I kind of want to stay with Aqua because he's sniping. Can you check through Elevate right now, see if there's anybody sniping on that side?
Yes, you got
Should be replays, I would think, if anybody.
no snipers
snipers.
in anyone's hands.
Well, they're playing it slow, so I'm going to switch off because Aqua's watching a side in which there's no one. Spacely's got moved up. I mean, there's an empty A site. He just doesn't realize that yet. The player rotating back is going to be Nagafen. and he has just a VMP to work with right now. But the pressure is going to start coming here at mid-steps. You see Replays was able to cross. Two of them have kind of got across steps here. They're on either side of these mid-steps. The pressure comes in. Vicento not going to win that gunfight there against Replays, and they're in a good spot to do a lot of damage here, I think. Now, where's Aqua with that sniper? So he's got back across, and he's just going to miss that one.
Yeah, and they have Remy in the corner. I don't think they know he's there, so could potentially result in a kill, but he actually comes out, puts down a few shots. He's able to take out Replays mid-map. Nice shots, but there's still that one player all the way over at the A site. That, I believe, is going to be Spacely. He's not even going to need to come and flank. It's going to be Saints picking up those final 2 kills. Give Luminosity a one-round
advantage. I think this is high caliber doing its damage. He gets one. I'm pretty sure he just gets a tap to the face here with the M8.
That's no high caliber on that one.
He doesn't have any high caliber on it? Oh yeah, look, long barrel ELO stock. You got why would you be running it without it? Is it just because he wants certain perks? He only has 3 long barrel. I think long barrel might be more important on a map like this for sure. Just because the long-range engagements. Gonna kick things off though with Aqua, just because he hit that initial snipe. Luminosity leading 2-1. Now let's see, can he find one? Hits a different angle. Not gonna get eyes on anyone. And look, they're hitting B so quickly outside, trying to get forward.
In, though.
Oh, Nagafin. Sloppy play from him. We saw him jump off the map a little bit earlier. Hasn't been, I guess, quite as dominant in this series as we've seen him in others, but still, they're able to push to a game 5 here. And I've got no doubt if there's someone that's going to come up with big plays down the stretch, he is certainly one. Here's Naga. Speaking of,
it's a big round for Elevate, and the first one drops at a team kill. You see Aqua able to even up the odds there, picking up a snipe cross map on John, and just Naga waiting for a teammate to get over by him so they can just push into this site and try and trade this kill. Who is that sitting on bomb even?
Well, it looks like it was Spacely, and Spacely gonna get taken out, so now everything's gonna open up for them. That's a big win. Now, Aqua's got a snipe that'll watch this rotation, so this, depending on the timing, he's gonna look, oh, you gotta hit that one. He had it lined up perfect. He's gonna challenge it. Then he hit that snipe. Almost goes for a no-scope there. Now, okay, now it's Saints' turn. He's gonna pick up the sniper. Looks like he's trying to world star somebody. But that nice shot from Aqua, he misses the easy one, hits the difficult one. Now here comes the pressure. Not able to hit it. They're flying in. Able to apply the pressure, and Saints gonna drop.
If you're Luminosity, Elevate team kills at the beginning, you have a chance to go 3-1. You gotta win that round.
Yeah, and that really just came down to, I think, Elevate being the more patient side.
Yes.
They really waited for a mistake to be made by Luminosity. And, sometimes that patience doesn't pay off because you get down to that point where there's like 30 seconds left. You feel the pressure. You end up making a mistake of your own. But it was not the case. Luminosity
Protect the objectives.
peaks in B. That allows Nagafin to open things up. And then Aqua just hits a ridiculous snipe. I just want to watch him real quick, see if he's going to be able to find anything. But you can see it is a B fly right now. Everyone's going to start soaring in. You see the glitch. Does he decide to go in and glitch right out?
He was going to use it if there was a guy around the corner.
But he hasn't seen anyone. There's just one on steps here. So he's got in safely. I wonder if he just does he try to maybe fly out there towards mid-map, get eyes on where everyone's positioned, then glitch back? Oh, but look where everybody is. They're all just rotating over from the back side.
Yeah, you see the nades come flying in now the bomb's going to get down. Let's see how Elevate decides to play this. It looks like they're going to let Aqua try and get a pick here. Nagafin's going to toss in a nade, try and get a hit marker, but I don't think they have any idea Spacely's in that corner.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Look how cocky this is. He's still alive.
Really?
He flies in, tries to no-scope one. He watches his teammate drop. Is he going to be able to connect with his thing? There it is. Aqua, man on a mission right now. He finds a second. He's a maniac. He shouldn't be alive in the first place. And then he soars in one. Woo! Aqua, you filthy, filthy man.
I thought that was one of the,
It's like he's playing in pubs right now.
When
who the hell does that?
The B bomb say with the same rifle, I was like, this is stupid.
This is stupid. It works out.
And he lives through that. He blames the next two.
What is this? And then he just flies out on this guy with the L car. You think Aqua's feeling confident right now?
I don't know what else you could do other than if he were to just run straight down the middle of the map with it. Oh dear. Unbelievable from Aqua. Stay on board with him. If they win this one,
I have to.
Jesus, man.
That was absolutely nuts. All right, let's stick with him through this one for sure. And I bet you if he, I think he's gonna jump out with the Aqua. Finds one. There's one in the back door. I think he guys on with him. Oh yeah, you better get out of there.
Peeking.
Look at them. They're just
yeah, just run.
They're gone.
Just
See
run.
ya.
Gone.
We're out of here.
No, there is no way you want any part of that.
Oh, he is just, oh God. Don't do it. Don't do it to him. I have to stay just because you know he's going to challenge. Doesn't matter that he's tagged out. All right, he's got an inmate now. That makes me feel a little bit better. Nope. Tries to challenge there. He's going to get picked off. John able to finally shut down the tear that Aqua was putting on.
You got to make sure he just doesn't fall in love with it too much. Right? I mean, you're not going to make that play. I mean, I say that, but who knows? I mean, you're not going to make that play often, right? I mean, that is a once every few weeks type of play.
Yeah, it looked like one of those times where it's a player that it's almost like he's playing. It felt like he was playing pubs, right? Like just soaring around, challenging on the site with a sniper. I love to see that kind of confidence. It's paying off. He's 7-4 right now. What just happened? What just happened?
Don't know.
I think it was Nagafin and Aqua killed each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if that means maybe there's a connection issue or if that was actually a mistake. We'll have to wait to see what just happened because both dropped off spawn. I don't think it was even in a position they should have been shooting at. So something kind of fishy is going on in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see.
Well, let's remember that's round 7. We do have the beauty of theater mode.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll check that out after the game. That was weird. We've seen some very weird things coming in on the side of Elevate. Let's see.
Well, I'm going to go to Nagafin. He was the one. It was him and Aqua, I think.
Eliminate the objective.
No?
They seem to be playing normally. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to check that out. I have no idea. I believe it was Nagafin and Aqua that both just died right off the kit break. But yeah. I was so focused on other things, I have no idea what could have possibly happened to him.
I mean, the guys on Elevate, they go for some crazy plays. And sometimes
he tried to jump off, tries to jump off of his head and get an angle. Now Aqua gets 2 with the M8, mixing things up, puts away the sniper, still making an impact. 2v2 here. Who's going to do it? Saints by himself now, going up against Nagafin. And he's just going to fly in and challenge Naga, though, with the M8 and the hop. Going to close it out. 4-4 is the series. I said round 11. It's going to round 11.
And now Nagafin has high caliber. This is where high caliber, I think, comes into play.
That was a hip
no,
fire?
that was not even a headshot as well. That was a hip fire. This is a crazy game 5.
What are these kills?
Yeah, this is a crazy game 5. All right, go on board with offense, Aqua and Nagafin. Let's see what in the world they are doing.
Well, they're on defense, but this is where they dropped before.
Yeah. This is where they dropped before. Sorry, yeah. That's what I meant. There's no way they went for this and both hit each other, right?
You would think what you just described is the craziest thing I've ever heard. But we'll have to take a look later, see what went down. All right, so Remy going to be the first taken out here. Let's switch to the offense side of things. Saints 12-5, crushing right now. It's really been him versus Aqua, so it feels like now there's going to be 2 players left. Replay is just kind of stuck between both. Elevate's going to take round 9. They are 1 away from winning this game, and this has been just a weird game.
For all of the mistakes Elevate has made, they are still somehow winning this match. I mean, you had a team kill by Nagafin before. You had guys fall off the map. You had a weird team kill over there.
I can't wait to see what happens. I can't even begin to guess what happened.
Oh, I have no clue. I have no clue.
All right, well, here we go. Round 10. Can Elevate close it out? I have to start with Aqua just because he's 11-5. He's been a human montage to this
real game as well for Luminosity. I mean,
yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on both of them. This is what we talked about, the push through A on defense. And this might be very bad for them. I thought they were going to push through. Oh, what is that shot? Oh, Lord. And that's on Saints, too. He's just unplugging his controller.
Bye.
Oh, God, Aqua.
Oh,
sorry, hitting unintended buttons. That was wild. Just snaps on him there. That's one of those spots where it's hard to see, right? I mean, it helps to have the thermal, but it's not easy to see that player's head there. It's a little bit there, and he just snaps on it.
Saints gets there, he's probably like, oh, this is a great spot to play in case a guy comes in.
I'm feeling very, very sneaky.
See you later.
Nice shot. Aqua gets pushed, and he's going to pick that up with the L car. He's at 13-5 on a 4 streak here. I'm sorry I can't. Oh, no, don't do it. Stop it. He misses. He's still so stunned up that he's going to kill him.
I have to see what happens that last round. Elevate's going to win the series 3-2.
What just happened?
Unreal gameplay out of Aqua.
I feel like there's like an inside joke between these two teams, and I've missed it. Like, hey, let's try to get round 11. We're going to kill each other at the beginning of the round.
I don't know.
Okay.
I need to get out of this game because I want to see it happen.
Yeah, I want you to check